It's become a great concern across the world as to why we are frequently hearing about more horrific and tragic cases involving young children and teenagers. This particular case, unfortunately, happens to be one of them. 10-year-old Iliana Peters, better known as Lily, has become the latest victim of yet another tragic story. This case took place in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. She was a sweet and lovely girl who was dearly loved by her parents and friends. She was only in 4th grade, going to Parkview Elementary School. Lily lived a wonderful life up until April 23, 2022. On that day, Lily decided to visit her aunt, who did not live far from her home. She was advised to return back later that evening. As the sun started to set, Lily was supposed to be heading straight back to her home. However, on that fateful day, she had still not made it back by around 9 p.m. Since she had taken longer than expected, her father became very worried and decided to alert the police. He reported that his daughter had not yet returned home. With this, the police and her father went out in search for Lily. By then, it was already late, but that did not stop a worrying father who wanted to find his missing daughter. Eventually, as they walked along the path on the way to Lily's aunt's home, they stumbled upon Lily's bicycle, laying in a wooded area right next to a walking trail not far from her aunt's house. This was enough to make Lily's father completely panic. With this discovery, the police intensified their search. Additional law enforcement was called in, along with K-9 teams. The police even included a drone. Sweet Lily had to be somewhere close by. She couldn't have gone far on foot. However, after long and tiring hours of searching, the police came up empty, with no sign of little Lily anywhere. As the time passed from Sunday evening into Monday morning around 7 a.m., the police were still searching for Lily. By this time, the police had even asked the public to help in finding Lily. They noted that the case did not really meet the criteria to be called for an Amber Alert. In collaboration with the police, as the community was searching for the girl, a searcher stumbled upon a body. It was around 9 a.m. Monday morning. Upon the discovery, the searcher confirmed that the body was none other than Lily's. The body was not that far from where the bicycle was previously found. When the investigators working with the Chippewa Falls Police Department arrived to the scene, they found her body was partially naked and that she had sustained numerous injuries. Not long after this, Lily's passing was declared a homicide. Upon further investigation, it was immediately declared that Lily was executed by strangulation and blunt force trauma. It was clear to say that this poor girl suffered a horrible death. With this discovery, the police did not hold back in the search for her killer. The police were already seen searching a home on Grove Street, which was the same street where Lily's aunt lives and the same place where Lily was last seen. According to the locals, they could see boxes which could contain potential evidence being carried out of one of the houses. In a split second, the whole house was eventually surrounded by crime scene tape, while a deeper investigation took place. About 24 hours later, on Tuesday evening, the Chippewa Falls Police announced that they had arrested a suspect in the execution of Lily Peters. Chief Matt Kelm said the suspect was just a juvenile who knew the victim pretty well. As he was announcing this, he said, "While nothing will bring Lily Peters back or change what happened, we are very grateful to deliver this news to the family and community."
While nothing will bring Lily Peters back or change what happened, we are very grateful to be able to deliver this news for the family and for the community.
It was disclosed that Lily was executed by Carson Petersberger, who was not only just 14 years of age, but also Lily's cousin. The 14-year-old was said to be the last person with Lily, and he even took her to her aunt's place to take her bicycle. Upon being arrested, the boy decided to spill everything. He confessed that he was the one who asked Lily to go exploring off the trail before heading home. He said that when Lily agreed, he carried his hoverboard while Lily left her bike off the track. When they were completely out of sight, he punched her in the stomach and knocked her to the ground. As Lilly fell to the floor, he struck her on the head 3 times with a large stick that he had picked up close by before continuing to strangle her until she was lifeless. Once he noticed that she had passed, he went ahead with his plan to physically assault her. While he was in the process, he got frightened and decided to flee the scene. According to the boy, he rushed home, took a shower, and threw his dirty clothes in the laundry. Eventually, when he heard that Lilly had been declared missing, he rushed back to the scene to hide her in hopes that she will not be found. He dragged her lifeless body a few feet before concealing it with leaves. Unclear to him, it was obvious that he didn't do a good job, as the case was quickly traced back to him and he was taken into custody. The teen's intentions were revealed during his first court appearance. According to the district attorney, the suspect immediately confessed after he was arrested, saying he intended to commit the crime when he left the house with the victim going down the trail after a detailed description of the horrific acts during Lilly's assault and execution. Further disturbing information that surfaced was that Carson Peters Berger's father is reported to be Adam T. Berger, a registered sex offender who was found to have sexually explicit images of preteen girls on his cell phone, for which he was sentenced to 3 years in prison in 2017. Newell finished Carson's hearing off by saying that the judge, Judge Benjamin Lane, should set the suspect's bond at $1 million cash. However, Kirby Harless, the suspect's public defender, raised the issue that the bond was way too high. He then proceeded to ask that the amount be brought down to $100,000. Harless said, "We do not believe the suspect is a flight risk. He is just 14 and in the 8th grade. He cannot drive. He is not able to raise this money, frankly, at all on his own."
The state is requesting a $1 million cash bond with the condition that he have no contact with any juveniles. The state is asking for a very high cash bond for a defendant of 14 years of age.
The judge went against it and sided with the prosecution. As he was giving his verdict, he said, "This is a serious charge, and because of some serious charges, there are serious consequences. This is a serious threat to the community, and so the court is concerned this could be a further threat if the individual was no longer in custody."
This is a serious charge, and because of serious charges, there are serious consequences. This was a serious threat to the community, and so the court is concerned that this could be a further threat if the individual was no longer in custody.
In addition to this, the judge ordered that the suspect be restricted from contact with other juveniles, apart from the supervised visits with his siblings. The suspect returned to court on May 5th, where he was officially charged. At the moment, he still remains in custody with a bond of $1 million. In addition to that, he is facing charges of first-degree intentional homicide, first-degree sexual assault, and first-degree sexual assault of a child under the age of 13 with resulting bodily harm. He is due back in court on June 24th, 2022. For his crime, the young teenager was charged as an adult. The defense team is strongly working on a plan to challenge that and potentially move the case to juvenile court instead. At the moment, the young teen could even face a life sentence if convicted. All in all, this does not look good for Carson. What are your thoughts on this case?